Hello and namaste. Welcome back to another episode of Access Show. So, I have a very special guest today, very young, very special. So, Manan sir, welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me. Namaste. Thank you.
Yeah, so can you please introduce yourself a bit to our viewers?
Sure. Thank you so much. So, hi everyone, this is Manan and I represent University of Canterbury from New Zealand. Canterbury is the second oldest university and we specialize in programs like civil engineering, data science, health science, nursing, teaching and learning. We have been partnered with Access Education Network for quite a long time now and we have been serving Nepalese students to meet their dream of studying in New Zealand, and here I am to have a further conversation with you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So a brief introduction about your university as well. Thank you for that. You're one of the youngest or the very young representative that I've spoken to. And how does it feel like to be young in the table?
Right. God has been kind and it's a privilege to be serving for University of Canterbury along such brilliant minds where I have a lot of things to learn from them, right? And they kind of treat me as their little younger brother and they always are there to treat me, to help me with what needs to be done, what not needs to be done. I have made very good friends here. I have quite good people who inspire me a lot. I think this is the time when being young helps me to kind of work harder and then maintain relations and contacts with all the people like Access Education, the team here, or maybe the team based out in Biratnagar, Butwal, Pokhara, Delhi. We have offices in Delhi and India. So this is how I try to maintain relations and build numbers for all of us, which helps students to reach in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's nice. So, thank you for that introduction. So basically, how did you end up in this industry? How did you start? How long has it been?
I have always been in this industry. So I remember back in my days when I was studying, I was quite intrigued by overseas education myself when I was in my bachelor days. And that was a time when I wanted to do something about it. And then once in a while I come across a person who was working for a company in the this overseas education network. His name is Mr. Akshay, and he was catering to students, serving them to reach to target their studies in abroad countries, and that kind of inspired me a lot. That is when I thought of entering into this environment, into this industry, this domain, and I started back with that company which helps students for overseas education. I have helped students target multiple countries like UK, Canada, USA, Europe, Australia. And then once I started working with all these countries, I started knowing about New Zealand. And once I knew about New Zealand, I completely fell in love with the country. It's so beautiful, it's so relaxing, it's so work-life balanced. And it actually one country where students would want to go, want to settle back, want to pursue their education. Look, no doubt New Zealand, it's one of the safest country, most peaceful country. You will hardly see anybody, any civil unrights, any war declarations, any kind of bad news about the country of New Zealand, their name being in it. Never. In fact, if you're a cricket fan, you'll see that New Zealand team is the most gentleman team out of all. So that kind of intrigued me about the nation. Only 8 universities, straightforward. All eight of them are in top 3% universities of the world. Student can figure out which university they want to go. Basis, every university has their niche. For example, University of Canterbury is very popular for civil engineering programs. So we are best university in New Zealand for civil engineering, and 11th best university in the world for civil engineering once again.
Wow.
So we have a very popular domain. Plus, we are also equally popular for business school programs. So if you look at the rankings and if you look at the accreditations, there are 3 accreditations which are AMBA, EQUIS, AACSB, which is very difficult to get, and only 1% universities in the world have got those accreditation. Our business school is one of those 1% business schools. So this is how I try to understand the market, the country, the university, and ultimately I land up in this sector where I'm helping students with what information I've gathered for myself, and then imparting it to the students to maybe reach to their dream universities, complete their dreams, settle back in a country which is so rewarding and accommodating.
True. And yes, you were the last one actually counseling the student, the last student of our day.
I love what I do.
Yes, I could totally see that. Yeah. Yeah, today's event, talking about today's event. So how was it? How many students did you have the opportunity to talk with? And how was the quality of the student? Can you please brief us the overall experience of this?
Sure, wonderful. In fact, not just today, Sophie. So we have been on road for 1 week with Access Education Network, and we have been covering the major cities of Nepal, started with Chitwan, Pokhara, Biratnagar, Butwal, and now landing up in Kathmandu. And everywhere if I see that we have good quality of students. We get so many students to speak to.
Yeah.
Students are genuinely interested and they're counseled very properly before they come to us.
True.
So we know that once a student reaches out to us, they are aware about what program they need to target, what universities they are looking at, and then they need further insights about the program, the university, and maybe their life after starting their journey at the university. So it has been quite inspiring, very, very interesting journey. It's good to speak to these students, and especially in Nepal, because this is first time when University of Canterbury is accessing the market of Nepal, and of course through your agency Access Education Network. And we find a very good feedback from the students about the agency, about the university, and we are trying to impart further information, making aware about our university to the students, helping them reach University of Canterbury, because currently the information which the students have is limited. And they need to connect with us so that they can know about the university, about the prospect, about the city of Christchurch. Right? Most of them might want to stick to Auckland because that is the only city they have known for now. But once they get to know about Christchurch, all of them kind of deviate and then plan for Christchurch altogether, because it's the second largest city of the country where University of Canterbury is based in. So going pretty well to answer your question, going pretty well the events, and we are loving the feedback from the audience.
Yeah, totally. It was a huge success, and I was really happy that you were standing there till the end. So it's already 6 p.m. right now, and we had the student till 6 p.m. here, and thank you for giving the best you could to our students as well. And it is always a pleasure to have our representative from directly from the university, who's giving more insight about the university, how it does it look like, what is it, what kind of a place is it, and what are the courses that they're going to look after. So yeah, that's how they're going to get connected to you as well.
Absolutely.
So how long has it been with Access for you?
With Access, it's been more than 1 year now. So we have recently thought of expanding our operations in the Nepalese market, and this was a very strategic move. Once we had a strong foothold in the Indian market, then we wanted to kind of expand our operations in Nepal, Sri Lanka, and the neighboring countries. And then when we thought of entering into the market, we came to the best leaders, Access Education Network. So it's been more than 1 year now, going very successful, good collaboration. We are seeing blast in the number of students interested in joining University of Canterbury, and I'm hoping for a long-lasting collaboration with Access Education.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Yeah, it was a privilege for us to get connected as well. Signing up with you is amazing, and having being able to give an option for our students is also very nice for us. And yes, talking about I do not remember. How does university look like?
Well, I mean, this is something which is difficult to explain in words, and I would really want you to come to visit university. Christchurch as a city is very beautiful on its own. So on our university, you'll see that the river of Avon passes through the campus, and this is like one of the rivers which passes through New Zealand from city of Christchurch, and it kind of frames through our library, from our classrooms, from our grounds, and it's very beautiful, right? So it kind of senses students' negativity, it kind of senses the students which are low, and it helps them to kind of rejuvenate, because water voice, water flowing is something which is very, very good to hear. So that's one attempt which happened on the university campus. Then Campus, it's huge. We accommodate 25,000 plus students, so very huge in size. We have all the amenities like labs, libraries, sports ground. If students are interested in rugby, which is the national sport of New Zealand, so that's there. Cricket, for football, if they are interested, all kind of sports are available. Because look, New Zealand is one country which is very active, and they're very sporty in nature. So you will see that people jogging and running morning, evening, night, any time you go out, because they are so health conscious and they like running. So most people won't even drive there. They would want to go from their home to work by walking, and then they'll come back walking because it keeps them fit and they like walking. So that's one thing very popular about Christchurch. Christchurch is also a 20-minute city. So if you want to travel from one place to another extreme end, you can simply do that in 20 minutes because it's so well structured, organized. Same place will help you with mountains. You can climb up mountains, have the best view. Side by side, you can also have beaches in the same city in a mere difference of like 10 minutes. So it's that fun experience for the students, and it's full of activities like students can go kayaking, students can go this gondola, which is like the trolley service. Students can go for let's say baseball playing, rugby playing, right? So various activities keep on happening around the city. That's very popular. University, if I have to say, we have many faculties, many buildings, 25,000 students, like I mentioned. The campus environment is quite jolly. So you'll see a lot of students entering into clubs and societies. 180 plus clubs and societies is something which we offer. So students are interested in sports, they are interested in academic societies like debating, economics, finance, all of them are available. So students most of the time after their lectures, they keep spending time in involving these kind of debating societies. So we have this one society where we have live simulation of the stock exchange. So students enter the room and they kind of register with the stock exchange, and then they have this one line running on the screen which has the share names and the money, like the share price going up and down for them.
Wow.
So students invest in them, and then they kind of buy shares, sell shares, and at the end of the day they kind of see that if they're in profit or not. So all of this is simulation, of course, but then this is a very good experience for them to understand and realize that how actually finance market look in real life, so that they can, once they enter, they are safe from being scammed.
True.
Right? So these kind of experience we have on the campus.
Oh, so if you are also a student who's actually looking forward to study in New Zealand, here you go with the full package of the opportunities, the courses,
Absolutely.
the nature, the lake, that's river, the river,
Avon River, that's
the
right.
Avon River flowing around.
yeah.
I would love to see that.
So one interesting
Yeah.
fact, Sophie, if you are a fan of this Lord of the Rings, you'll see that most of the scenes from the movie are shot in New Zealand. And there's
really?
another movie called The Hobbit.
Mhm.
So it's completely shot in New Zealand, and there is a Hobbit land also, framed after the movie. So the place where it was shot, it's the set is kept as it is, which is now used for people to visit and kind of see how Hobbit was shot. And none of them is VFX, none of them. It's all real live sceneries in New Zealand. It's that beautiful.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely New Zealand is one of the most beautiful countries,
Absolutely.
the safe country, and yeah, the young people now is more conscious about their health, the nature, that they go for running, they are physically very active, and yes, if you are that one of them, then activities are there in New Zealand as well, and you can actually complete your education along with your own daily life as well, like going it smoothly with your own interest. Yeah, so thank you so much for giving us the insight about it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, talking about the courses and the tuition fee
Right.
and the scholarship, how does it look like?
I mean, we offer all kinds of programs. So we have 6 faculties in one business school. So any program you are interested in, we have a program available in there, except for medicine, because for medicine, we have programs which are non-surgical, non-clinical in nature. So no core medicine programs, but otherwise, if you're interested in engineering, civil, mechanical, architectural, health science, law, business programs, analytics, data science, all kind of programs we offer. Our entry requirements are pretty similar to all other universities, very simple to understand, which can be found on our website. Scholarship is something which is very exciting because we are working upon a couple of scholarships to be announced for our students. Currently, we have one scholarship which is for business programs called Teens Award Scholarship. So once you apply to us for any business school program, you are automatically considered for the Dean's Award Scholarship, which goes to $6,000 for postgraduate and $12,000 for undergraduate programs. So you apply to us and automatically get rewarded with the scholarship if you are eligible for it on the basis of your merit. No need for any separate application. And apart from that, yes, we are working on a couple of more scholarships which would be announced in due course of time.
Wow, so I can already see there are a lot of opportunity in regards to the scholarship as well, because we tend to get a lot of questions about the scholarship, because previously it was not there was not much scholarship, so now there's a lot of scholarship opportunities, and like you said, starting from 6,000 New Zealand dollar, which is quite a huge amount for us. So if you are actually looking forward to it as well, you can go through their website and see what are the scholarship opportunities as well, or you can get in touch with us as well. We're always there to guide you and give you more information on that. Yeah, so what about how has the whole journey been for you in Nepal?
Pretty exhausting. I mean, so jokes apart, very, very interactive. I mean, I kind of like the way we schedule our days and plan for cities in a manner which kind of builds the rapport with the student, and then eventually we start from tier 3, then tier 2, and then jump onto the tier 1 cities, matching the right timeline, because now this is the time when July intake has closed and we are targeting students for February intake. So this is the time when students kind of want that kind of guidance from the university, from the agency, so that they can build on their decisions and get their offer letters by the month of October, September, and then eventually apply for their student visa by month of November, because getting a visa takes time and it would easily take up to 5 to 6 weeks of time as per immigration's website. And then for them to plan everything in advance, this is the right time for them to maybe counsel, start with their application and get their offer letter evaluated as soon as possible. Some students would have everything, but then they are not aware about English language requirements. So University of Canterbury also accepts Duolingo for selective programs, in addition to IELTS, TOEFL and PTE, of course. And students have those scores sometimes, but then they are not aware about its acceptance. So they kind of keep on waiting for their scores to come, IELTS score, PTE score. So these kind of events helps us to educate these students that Duolingo can be accepted for selective programs. In fact, if a student comes from international board or central board, they can also apply for English language waiver when they join their bachelor's program at University of Canterbury. So these kind of information is quite essential. Nepal has been a very good experience for me. Like since last 1 week, I've been communicating with students, and quality of students is quite good. So like Chitwan, Pokhara, Biratnagar, Butwal and now Kathmandu, we have kind of connected with like 200-250 students very easily, and all quality students who are actually well known about what country they want to plan for, what university they want to plan for, and they just need counseling regarding what is the process, how can they proceed forward if they have any specific challenges. So yes, I see very promising faces, and I was very happy to interact with them, help them with what information they are looking for. I hope they are able to complete their applications on time, and I'm sure they will be able to do that with Access Education. And yes, looking forward to having them on campus at February 26 intake.
Sure, thank you so much for that. And yes, definitely, I've mentioned earlier as well, having you here in this event and going on the road starting from 25th till date today, 1st August. It's been a wonderful journey with you.
Likewise.
Yeah, and so is there any suggestions or anything for our young people watching this video from your side? Like, what are the things that they need to be careful about? And yeah, a few suggestions for them?
Sure. I mean, the biggest challenge which I feel that students come across is regarding not the right information being provided to them. So you'll see a lot of students applying for programs which might fall in green list, and with the intention of like having some benefits in return of green list, they apply for those programs which they might not have interest in, and it's difficult for them to complete it eventually. So what I feel is the biggest learning which I share with my students is that please go for the program you are actually interested in. At the end of the day, if you do not complete the program, there is no learning, there is no post-study work visa, there is no working opportunities in the country, and you might have to come back to your home country. So be well researched about what you want to study, be clear about your own thought process, be well researched about different programs which are offered, and then take your decision, take your call on which one matches your requirement. There are a lot of videos available on YouTube from University of Canterbury where you get a sneak peek into the programs which we offer, right? And there are various student programs, there is a brochure full of student testimonials. Of course, on our website, if you visit, you'll get to know the program descriptions, the learning outcomes, the opportunities, career options after that, which kind of helps you be educated that yes, this is something I'm looking for the rest of my life. And if not, do not proceed for that program, even if it falls in any color list. Trust me, that would be my biggest learning for the students.
Thank you so much. I believe the whole information was quite useful for you, and the whole conversation that we had gave us a little bit vision about how New Zealand look like, and how the University of Canterbury looks like, and the fascinating things, the facilities, the adventure that you can have, and 20-minute city with a lot of facilities there and courses, different courses. I believe the information was quite informative for you all watching this video, and yes, it was wonderful to have you here with me in the show and giving more insight about our valuable student who's watching this podcast of the show, whatever it is. So we've not named the show yet,
right?
So yeah, we're still deciding. And yes, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
And hoping to see you in another Gantabya New Zealand as well.
Very soon, fingers crossed, very soon. And
yes,
thank you so much for having me, Sophie. This is something which we are looking forward to be a part of every year, the Gantabya New Zealand. That's been very successful for us. And this has started with a massive explode. This is our first time joining hands with Access for Gantabya. And we are already very excited for the next time, which will happen in February 26th. Yes, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for having University of Canterbury on board. Very excited to be a part of it.
Yes, and we are really looking forward to the fruitful collaboration together. And yes, we're up to the mark, I guess, to your association.
Yes, up to the mark, yes.
Yes, and hope to see you again, and let's catch up soon again in another video.
Soon, very soon.
Yeah, and thank you so much, guys, and namaste. We'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.
Thank you, namaste.
Namaste, bye-bye. Thank you, mother.